Sarajevo is not a city that many people talk about that often, but it's the capital of Bosnia. And one of the cool things about Sarajevo is that it is in the center of a bunch of mountains. So, like many cities that you see, it's just like in this little valley. And up until the mid '90s, I mean, they were I can't even call it a civil war. It was just a war between pretty much Serbia and Croatia on both sides of those mountains, and Bosnians just being stuck in the middle of it. And one of the consequences of that is that, Sarajevo is just so incredibly diverse, and it like they have a mixture of all of the cultures, and it was historically one of those places where East met West. And Sarajevo has this amazing area where you can really see the defining line, and they even put call it a compass on it that just shows you where you have the Austro-Hungarian rule, to the west, and you have the Ottoman or Turkish kind of influence to the east, where the entire road changes from laid cobblestone to like actual stones, like cobbled stones. So it's really, really cool because they have that in Mostar as well, but it's not as obvious as you see it in Sarajevo, where you see, a Catholic church, a Protestant church on one side, and you also see like a synagogue on that side. And a few meters away, you have mosques and people yelling their prayers 4 or 5 times a day. And it's just such a beautiful sight to be able to see so much of the world compacted into one city that has so much historical evidence that if you're still listening and you don't know the historical evidence of Sarajevo, well, I'm guessing you've heard of World War I. Yeah, that started in Sarajevo. So it's a really insane city. And
Morning, one backpackers. We are now in Sarajevo, and we're just about to get our breakfast. It's 10 a.m. already. It's late, but we're on holiday, right? So we have to enjoy. Exactly. Well, anyway, today we're gonna explore the city, and we will show you this underrated European capital of Bosnia.
So stay tuned. It feels like in Turkey, right? Lokum, the Turkish delight, and also baklava.
We are walking in the old town of Sarajevo, and the street really looks like Middle East, like Turkey. It really reminds us of our time in Turkey. It's amazing.
It feels like a strong Ottoman influence in this place.
It looks really like somewhere oriental, right?
The settings of the city, the souvenirs, the food really remind us of Turkey. I feel like we are being transported back to Turkey.
Right in the middle of Balkan. How do you like Sarajevo so far?
Love it. Good food, good weather, and yeah, well, what else?
It feels really unique here with the mixture of East and West.
So this city is full of mosques, and they're beautiful. So now we're going to check out one of them. Well, too bad the mosque is closed, but even from the outside, it's already so pretty. Well, we also see some people praying from the outside because the mosque is closed. This big complex was built by Gazi Husrev. He built so many things like the mosque, the hammam, the school, and many other important buildings. So we are now in Sarajevo, as we mentioned, and surprisingly we met another Indonesian. Hello. This is Mbak Retno. She's from Kediri and she works in the Indonesian embassy. It's such a nice coincidence. And here we also have the locals.
Yeah,
Rafid.
Rafid.
It's so nice to meet them here. And yeah, we are happy to make friends here.
Yeah.
So, well done, Bosnia.
Welcome to Sarajevo, welcome to Bosnia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless Indonesia.
Woo! So this is the Galleria Novi Hram. It used to be a synagogue here, but nowadays it's used as an exhibition gallery.
Na bębaszu, na wodu, ja povedom, Bielojanie, Bielojanie, sa sobą. Ja povedom, Bielojanie, Bielojanie, sa sobą.
Oh, bravo, bravo.
Actually, I get this wrong.
Yeah, me too. Oh.
I'm now standing on a very interesting point of Sarajevo. This is where East meet West. So on that side, it's influenced by the Ottomans, so that's why it looks like Turkish, while on the other side, it's influenced by the Austro-Hungarian, which makes it look like the European. It's really amazing how two different cultures, two different styles just collide in Sarajevo. And actually they're just separated by one single line. So we are now in the Austro-Hungarian area, so it really has this European feeling. And behind me we found cathedral instead of mosque.
So far, so good in Bosnia. We've been enjoying our time so much in Sarajevo. It's been a really pleasant surprise, especially with the mixture of East and West over here. And the best thing is the sun is shining. After spending 1 week in Serbia with the cloudy weather, finally the sun is back.
Wow, I'm truly impressed with Sarajevo. In such a small city, we have seen mosques, we have seen synagogue, we have seen cathedral, and now the Orthodox Church. Well, this is truly the Jerusalem of Europe.